1814, Napoleon abdicates, French emperor exiled to Elba. The mighty Napoleon Bonaparte, conqueror of Europe, is forced to surrender his throne. The once feared emperor now faces exile on the tiny island of Elba, a stunning fall from power that reshapes the continent's future. (1961), Eichmann trial begins, Nazi war criminal faces justice. In a Jerusalem courtroom, the architect of the Holocaust finally stands trial. Adolf Eichmann, the man who orchestrated the murder of millions, now faces the justice he evaded for so long. (1970), Apollo 13 launches, ill-fated moon mission begins. 3 astronauts blast off toward the moon, unaware their mission will soon become NASA's greatest crisis. Houston, we've had a problem will soon echo through space history. (1861), U.S. Civil War begins, Confederates attack Fort Sumter. The thunder of Confederate cannons at Fort Sumter shatters America's peace. Brother will soon fight brother in a bloody conflict that will redefine the nation. (1961), Gagarin in space, first human orbits Earth. A single word, boy collie. Let's go, marks humanity's greatest leap yet. Yuri Gagarin becomes the first man in space, as the Soviet Union wins a crucial Cold War victory. (1981), Columbia shuttle launches, reusable spacecraft era. With a thunderous roar, Columbia streaks skyward, the first of NASA's winged spaceships. The shuttle era begins, promising routine access to space. (1743), Jefferson born, future U.S. President and thinker. In the Virginia wilderness, a baby is born who will shape democracy itself. Thomas Jefferson will one day pen the words "All men are created equal" and help forge a new nation. (1970), Apollo 13 crisis, Houston, we have a problem. A routine spaceflight turns to disaster when an explosion rocks Apollo 13. Now 200,000 miles from Earth, 3 astronauts fight for survival using only duct tape and ingenuity. (2017), Syria chemical attack, nerve gas kills civilians. The horrific images emerge from Khan Sheikhan, children gasping for air, victims foaming at the mouth. Another brutal chemical attack in Syria's endless war shocks the world. (1865), Lincoln assassinated, President shot at Ford's Theater. A single gunshot rings out in a crowded theater. President Lincoln slumps forward, the great unifier struck down just as the Civil War ends, leaving a nation in mourning. (1912), Titanic sinks, unsinkable ship meets iceberg. The unthinkable happens, the mighty Titanic, deemed unsinkable, slips beneath the waves. Over 1,500 perish in the freezing Atlantic in history's most famous maritime disaster. (1986), U.S. bombs Libya, Reagan strikes Gaddafi targets. American warplanes scream over Tripoli in the dead of night. Reagan's retaliatory strike against Gaddafi sends a clear Cold War message, but nearly kills the Libyan leader.
(1452), Da Vinci born, Renaissance genius and inventor. In a small Italian village, a child is born who will become history's ultimate genius. Leonardo da Vinci will paint the Mona Lisa, design flying machines, and redefine human potential. (1947) Robinson integrates MLB, breaks baseball color barrier. Number 42 takes the field and makes history. Jackie Robinson endures racist taunts to break baseball's color barrier, changing American sports forever. (2019) Notre Dame burns. Paris landmark severely damaged. Flames engulf Paris's beloved cathedral as the world watches in horror. The iconic spire collapses in a shower of sparks, but Notre Dame's spirit will rise again. (1889) Chaplin born, silent film comedy legend. In London slums, a boy is born who will make the world laugh through tears. Charlie Chaplin's Little Tramp will become cinema's first global superstar. (1943) LSD discovered. Accidental psychedelic breakthrough. A Swiss chemist accidentally ingests a strange compound and bicycles home through a waking dream. Albert Hofmann's LSD discovery will fuel both psychiatry and counterculture. (2007) Virginia Tech shooting, deadliest campus attack, gunfire echoes across the Virginia Tech campus. When the smoke clears, 32 are dead in what becomes America's worst school shooting, a tragedy that reignites the gun debate. (1492) Columbus funded, Voyages to New World approved. After years of rejection, Columbus finally gets his yes from Spain's monarchs. This signature will launch voyages that connect two worlds, with consequences still felt today. (1961) Bay of Pigs fails. Cuban invasion disaster. The CIA's secret Cuban invasion collapses in humiliating failure. President Kennedy watches helplessly as Fidel Castro's forces crush the US-backed exiles on the beaches. (2014) Garcia Marquez Diaz, literary giant passes. The magical realist who enchanted millions with 100 Years of Solitude takes his final bow. Gabriel Garcia Marquez's stories live on, blending reality and fantasy. (1775) Revere's Ride. British are coming. Warning. Hooves pound through the Massachusetts night as Paul Revere races to sound the alarm. His midnight ride sparks the revolution that will birth a nation. (1906) San Francisco quake, city devastated. The earth convulses for 45 terrifying seconds. When the shaking stops, San Francisco lies in ruins, fires raging, buildings crumbled, a modern city brought to its knees. (1942) Doolittle Raid, first U.S. strike on Japan. 16 B-25 bombers take off from an aircraft carrier on an impossible mission. The daring Doolittle Raid strikes Tokyo, lifting American spirits after Pearl Harbor. (1775) American Revolution begins, shot heard worldwide. A single musket blast at Lexington Green echoes across history. The shot heard round the world begins America's fight for independence from British rule. (1993) Waco siege ends. Deadly FBI standoff. Flames engulf the Branch Davidian compound after a 51-day standoff. The fiery end to the Waco siege leaves 76 dead and fuels anti-government movements. (1995) Oklahoma City bombing. Domestic terror attack. A massive explosion rips through the federal building in Oklahoma City. The deadliest act of homegrown terrorism in U.S. history kills 168, including 19 children. (1889) Hitler born. Future Nazi leader's birthday. In an Austrian inn, a child is born who will plunge the world into darkness. Adolf Hitler's birthday ironically falls on April 20th, a date later associated with cannabis culture. (1999) Columbine Massacre, school shooting tragedy. Gunfire erupts at Columbine High School as 2 students go on a rampage. The shocking massacre redefines school safety and begins America's era of mass shootings. (2010) Deepwater Horizon, worst U.S. oil spill. The ocean itself catches fire as the Deepwater Horizon rig explodes. For 87 grueling days, crude oil gushes uncontrolled, creating America's worst environmental disaster.